and no Chinese food.
What's going on, you wonderful people? I am Big Rob, and this is another episode of Big Rob's House of Entertainment, No Chinese Food. Welcome in. Listen, if you guys have seen my channel or seen me on the Nerdy Random Show, that you know I'm a fan of many things, two things in particular. The X-Men from Marvel Comics and the WWE. Money in the Bank of 2023, last year, was a great combination because one of my favorite superstars, Becky Lynch, wore a ring gear inspired by the X-Men, X-Force, X-Factor hero, Siren. It's an awesome look. She did great in the Money in the Bank match, but that ring gear was killer. And I said then, I was on the chat with Hassel and Monster, I was like, dudes, they've got to make a figure of this ring gear. It looks amazing. She made it work. It popped. It was great. It was green and yellow. It brought her Irish heritage to the front. It was great ring gear all the way around. Well, Mattel announced the figure. They said, coming to the Elite collection, it's going to be the Money in the Bank 2023 Siren inspired ring gear. Awesome. Great. Well, if you saw my toy hunts from this past weekend that dropped on Saturday, I found one. I've seen them online for a little while, but I don't buy a lot online. I like the toy hunts. That's why I do the toy hunts. So when I found one in the wild, I jumped on it. The box is a bit beat up. Not too upset about that because I've been on a kick lately that I've been opening a lot of my stuff anyway. So I wasn't real upset about the box being kind of mangled up. I was just really happy to finally find this figure. Until I got in the truck and started looking. And I'm not happy. Let's see why. Let's take a look. All right, so here's my figure. So go ahead and look at the box. It's a smaller window, but it still does have a window. Great picture of Becky on the front. Great picture of Becky on the side. Great picture of Becky on the back. It's a pretty decent lineup. Seth Rollins, Bray Wyatt, that random dude, JD McDonough, and Xavier Woods. Pretty decent lineup. I ain't getting any of the others as far as I know, except for this one. But here's what it is. I want you to look right there. It says Lifelike Details, True FX. This is what Becky Lynch looks like. This is what Becky Lynch looks like. This is what Becky Lynch looks like. That does not look like Becky Lynch. Whatever. Let's get into the box because it's not done yet. Need something to open the box with. Box is open. Told you I wasn't worried about the box. Alright. Box is empty. It's going in the trash anyway. Alright, so the first thing I'll talk about is the ladder. It's from Money in the Bank, is where this ring gear came from, and it was inspired by. So it's pretty cool that it comes with a ladder. It's a silver ladder. It stands. Back the camera up so you can see it just a little bit. There we go. Not bad. It's a ladder. No issues with the ladder. And now let's get the figure out. Eventually we'll get the figure out. I don't like these little plastic strips. Make it difficult to get the figures out. You apply enough salt, you can get the figure out. Alright, so first off, she does come with another set of hands. A little bit open. That's cool. That's awesome. Now let's look at this figure. Okay. So first off, while a lot better than some of her other figures, it still doesn't really look like Becky Lynch. Am I wrong? Tell me in the comments. Tell me that looks like Becky Lynch. I don't know. She does have a two-tone hair paint job, which, let's just be honest, it kind of looks like they kind of splattered it on because it doesn't follow the lines of her hair. So, why? Just do one tone. Second of all, the yellow on the torso and on the top piece does not match the yellow below the waist. Why? I don't understand that. You had the figure. You made the figure. In real life, it matched all the way down. So another issue I have, look at the leg bands. Look at the paint application. It is terribly shoddy. I don't know if you guys can see that. But like you can tell. Like it looks like it was done in a high school art class or something. Or maybe a middle school art class. Like that was a terrible application. Alright, so joints. Everything's fairly smooth. She does have double jointed elbows and knees, so that's a good thing. Helps make poses a little bit easier. The torso is very loose, but it's staying in the position I put it in, so I'm not like super upset about that. I might worry about this if I was to pose this a lot, but let's just be honest, it's going to get posed one time and then never touched again. So that shouldn't be an issue. However, if this was for a little kid who was playing with it, that might suck. Okay, these are toys and they are for little kids to play with, right? I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, I don't know. So, yeah, the paint application on her wrists is, it's not really any better than the knees, or right above the knees. Like you can see, like they just applied the yellow over top of the green and not very well. You've got problems here, you got spots here, you've got, oh look, let's see. It's not even completely together. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. I'll have to review the video. If not, I'll put a picture up. But the front and the back torso is not 100% together. Like, I'm sorry, Mattel, but this is not worth 25 bucks. And I paid 25 bucks. This is terrible. Anybody else have one of these? Is yours as bad as mine? I don't even really know what else to say about it. I'm looking for something good to say about the figure. There's no cross stitching for the tights. This was supposed to be mesh, just like the tights, as was this, and it's just black. This is not a win. Got paint mess up here. The spats don't come all the way down on that side. The paint sloppy here. Like, I'm struggling to find one good thing to say about this. The ladder stands okay. That's my one good thing I can say about this, I think. This is not a win, Mattel. I hope your next Becky Lynch figure is so much better than this. There is a variant of this, by the way, in a silver and black. I will be looking out for that figure. I sure hope it's better. I don't know. That's it for me. If you enjoy the content, like, subscribe, comment, share. Make sure to check out my buds Hassel and Monster, Chris Dailey, Nerdy Man Room Show, Hassel's Review, Chris Dailey's Fueled by Weird. Check us out on Stay Weird Network, and please check out our sponsors, The Zone Collectibles and Spotlight Media GA. I'm gonna go look at some of my other Becky Lynch figures and try and I don't know what Mattel was thinking. May the force be with y'all.